Of course, I started out muted. I am Zagreus, your host for this evening, and we have 10 amazing guests on our panel. Everyone dressed up. I turn into a cat when I raise my eyebrows. I apologize. I will try not to be a cat. Welcome to the TYCAST. It's episode 31. It's our Halloween special. I am a cat. I am not a cat. It's our video game book club episode. And I unmuted you guys instead of me. So, damn it. All right, October 28th, episode 31. Thank you for joining us. Let's introduce the panel. Ready, set, go. Russ, Cryo Weasel, please explain who you are.
I am Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 4.
I love your partner with you.
Yeah, Ashley, that way.
It was a great surprise look.
That was the best picture I could find of her. That wasn't like a stock photo.
It's amazing. Toaster Dog, Ghoster Dog. I didn't write Ghoster Dog, but you are in your Ghoster Dog position. Explain your outfit this evening.
I am Mario, Rabid Mario. Sorry, from Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Nice. Keezus, at Keezus. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm good. Just searching for Akira.
Please explain who you are.
It's a good impression.
I am El Loliot. Isn't it obvious?
It's for the viewers. Kenny, Kenwai, so Kenwai, you don't need a whole lot of explanation.
No.
Go ahead and give it to us.
I'm Spider-Man, but I'm very specifically the Spider-Man from Into the Spider-Verse, the one that's got the pudge belly.
Oh,
and
nice. I like that.
The kickback.
I thought you were Miles Morales when you bought the Spider-Man costume.
Oh, why do you think I got the beard and the lack of bottom
I see it now.
mask?
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It's me.
Nice. I love it.
Thanks for having me.
Liz, at Liz Gains EXP. How you doing?
Hi.
Do you want to explain your costume?
Oh, I'm Chiaki Nanami from Danganronpa 2.
Wow, it's nice. I like your partner there too. I've never played that game. That's awesome. Luke at Lukester Lee, just straight chilling over there.
Just chilling.
You want to explain your costume? Who you are?
I am Orange Cassidy from All Elite Wrestling, the laziest wrestler in the world.
Yes, that's a good costume. I
remember Orange Cassidy videos.
I've seen you post stuff from him. I'm not huge into wrestling, and so but I know exactly who you're supposed to be just from the Discord. Max at Minato Max, please explain your costume.
So it's supposed to be Wolverine. I forgot that today was the Halloween episode. So when I just got back from work like 40 minutes ago, and I was like, crap, I gotta think of something in 5 minutes. So I was digging. I found this Wolverine mask. This mask was bought when I was 6 years old. So as you can see, it does not fit very well because of it being a 12-year-old mask. So we're rocking Wolverine with the Spider-Man shirt because, that's what Wolverine wears,
Cool. He's a Spider-Man. He's a fan of Ken White.
He's a big fan.
Sally at Retro Arcade Party. You have a mobile mustache. I see.
Yeah. So I could cover up.
And you have a small twin and a doggo in the back.
Yeah. Oh, I should have dressed Cooper up.
Oh, does he have a costume?
No, everything we get him is too small because he's such a gigantic beagle. Oh.
Brittany at Skriller Wolf. That is fantastic, by the way. How can you explain who you are?
So I'm Nightwing.
What's Nightwing from?
Nightwing is Robin when he goes off to become his own hero.
Oh yes, I forgot about that whole storyline. I wasn't a huge DC reader growing up, but I definitely remember Nightwing. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Dick Grayson, right?
Yep.
Nice. Well, it is 3 days until Halloween. 4 days? 3 days? Whatever. It's October 28th. Thank you all for participating. I'm just going to turn this off because it's not worth not being a cat. Yeah, everyone killed it. So thank you. If you were listening to the audio version, you are very confused right now. Be sure to watch the video on demand version on YouTube. If you search TYCAST, it'll be the top hit. But if you just want to listen to the audio, go for it. You're more than welcome to. So this week it's our video game book club episode. Last month there were requirements that they had to be a spooky, scary game, and the game that got randomly selected was Little Nightmares. So we're going to talk about that. Also, at the end of this episode, we're going to spin the wheel for next month's video game book club, and it was all like free for all, so that we have a bunch of random ass games that we might be stuck playing. And then, but before that, we're going to do a real quick, because we have a long episode, because we're going to talk about Little Nightmares, then do the spinny wheel. We're going to talk about what we've been playing and what we picked up this week. So keep it short, keep it quick, because we're going to move straight on to the video game book club. Russ, what did you pick up? What are you playing?
All right, I have 2 pickups. I got No More Heroes and No More Heroes 2, wherever my camera is. I opened this box and I was baffled by what was inside. It's like, you can barely see it, but it's like a girly, like, I don't even know what. Has nothing to do with No More Heroes. And I also picked up, which is related to my costume, I got the special edition of Resident Evil.
Oh, I remember
my
that.
camera's backwards.
Code Veronica? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's on Dreamcast.
Yes, I remember that.
So pretty.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And I've only really been playing Warframe, so that was it.
Nice. I need to hop in Warframe with you.
It's fun.
Chris, what about you? Pickups, playing?
I think I got something, but I cannot remember what it was. I have a whole mess load of stuff for the next episode coming, though. Like, it's going to take me a half hour to go through all my pickups next time.
All
so
right, I'll slate that.
Skip me for this episode.
All right, for sure. Keezus, what have you been playing? Pick anything up?
I've been playing a lot of Inscription. For those who don't know what Inscription is, a new card game, deck building, horror, psychological thriller nonsense. That's amazing.
You guys have been like raving about that. I saw on Twitter.
Yes. That's pretty much all I've been playing because I 100% it. So that's all I've been playing. And then I'm starting to get into New World now that I have, a little free time for it. And then all I've been picking up, somehow I found myself in the Pokemon TCG world. So I've just been buying Pokemon card packs and whatnot. That's legit all I've been streaming on YouTube.
Oh,
nice.
Pokemon
card openings.
Nice. I need to catch some of those. I need to get it, but I never was into that, but I'm tempted, but also I know that's a slippery slope, and maybe I don't need to.
You don't trust.
I enjoy watching pack openings. Strangely though, it's like very therapeutic for sure. I just don't know what I'm looking at. Kenny, what did you pick up? What are you playing?
So only pickups recently was got in on the second wave of the N64 and Sega controllers from Nintendo Online. Yeah. So looking forward to when those show up. And then otherwise started up Alan Wake again, and then beat Mortal Kombat 10 and started Injustice. If you're not a NetherRealm developer player, if you don't play their games, they actually have incredible stories. I highly recommend.
Nice. That's awesome. Liz, what about you?
I've been playing Little Nightmares 2. Keezus and I have been playing the Dark Pictures anthology all throughout the month, and we just finished the newest one, House of Ashes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so we just beat that last night. And then I also got sucked up into Inscription and beat that like a few days ago and
Nice.
loved it as well.
Sweet. Luke.
I have been playing Dread finally for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And what did I pick up? Doki on Switch, the Doki Literature Club.
Doki Doki. That's a nomination. That was my nomination. And Chris's, kind of. So it's that could be a good good
I
good
definitely
one to
want
pick
to play
up.
that.
Yeah.
And the other thing I've been playing is just Age of Empires 4, which just came out today.
Oh, nice.
Super fun.
Yeah. I knew knew you were looking forward to that. Max, what about you?
Right. So I have bad news.
What?
So I forgot it was the Halloween episode.
Yeah.
I forgot it was the Little Nightmares episode.
Did you not play Little Nightmares, dude?
My plan was to play it this week.
dude.
I thought that was next week.
Max?
It's okay, Max. You can be our little nightmare.
Max is our little nightmare.
So, unfortunately, the only game I've been playing was Metroid Dread, which I actually beat 2 days ago. I just got to say, yeah, I beat the final boss, but then I accidentally closed out the game as soon as I beat the final boss. So I was very mad at myself. So I had to beat that final boss twice. So I was very mad. And then the pickups I don't have right here, but I got the Guardians of the Galaxy game for the PlayStation 5. I didn't get a chance to play it because I was so focused on trying to beat this. So I'm playing that sometime this week. That's all I got.
Sweet. I heard that game's decent. Good call not getting the cloud version. I heard that one kind of is rough.
Ooh.
I mean, just with like, I don't know.
Anything that's using the cloud kind of is rough.
I saw a couple people streaming it, and it seemed like it wasn't the best experience. Sally, what about you?
Since I last been on, I got Metroid Dread, and I've been really enjoying that.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Mario Rabbids and still on Skyward Sword, and it probably will be for another few months. And after seeing Tyler's costume, I really got to get back into Hades.
Brittany, Scroller Wolf, what about you?
So I finished Alien Isolation on stream, and then I've just been playing some more Killzone Mercenary on Vita. I don't think I've really played anything else. But my pickup is pretty exciting. I actually got a sealed copy of Teleroboxer on the Virtual Boy.
Do you have a Virtual Boy?
What is that?
I do not have a console yet. I'm actually talking to somebody and trying to work out a deal. The fun fact about this, and the reason why I got it in the first place, because I wouldn't buy sealed Virtual Boy games unless it was stupid cheap. I don't know how, but if you look, it's water damaged.
Oh, no.
It got water damage through the seal, but I don't plan on opening it since it is a sealed Virtual Boy game. But it's still cool. You don't see them very often.
That's rad. I want a Virtual Boy, but I can't commit yet. I bought this really cool service called Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack. I had to pay $72 for it. I'm not happy about it. It's fine. I played a bunch of N64 and Genesis games. Played some Mario Kart and all that. What else did I play? I played Rocket League, Back 4 Blood, Mario Golf, and then a bunch of the Nintendo Switch Online. I bought a Admiral, the Hyperkin Admiral, and is like to use it on the Switch, you have to download a firmware update, and it gives you a link, and you go to the link, and it's a 404 error page. And so they never fixed that, so I couldn't use that controller, so I'm sending that back. I did not get the N64 controller. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know what I have a video coming out about the expansion pack. Although I just did a video about the expansion pack. I'm going to do multiple videos about the expansion pack. But if you have a question for the panel, go to tynology.com/comment. Is that what it is? It sounds, yeah, comment. And I'll ask it at the end of the episode. Without further ado, let's get into Little Nightmares, except for Max because he is too busy to play the video game book club.
Listen, I was gonna play it this week. Okay, I really was.
It's okay.
Play it right now on stream.
Yeah, let's start it now. You'll finish by the end of the episode. It's a short game. Let's open with just like what your impressions were, and I'll open it up. And if who wants to jump in, just go. What were your thoughts on it?
Weird, confusing, very unique, very aesthetically pleasing to an extent. Creepy as hell. But I loved it. I just don't understand fully the resolution. Like, as you got to the end and as things wrapped up, I was just kind of like, but why? And I know that the DLC and the second one is supposed to explain quite a bit more, but at the end of the day, I was still just kind of like, this was really fun to play. And I was definitely feeling the intensity as you're running from some things and you're forced to be quick. But at the end, I was just still like, wait, but am I the bad guy? Are we the bad guys now?
It's called Little Nightmare.
Yeah, my favorite part of the game was the end. Probably my least favorite part was the kitchen hole region. Just fair warning, there will likely be spoilers for this because it's kind of hard to not talk about this game without spoiling some part of it. We won't like spoil any of the puzzles, I don't think, maybe, but if you haven't played the game, you might want to play it. I streamed the whole thing in one sitting. I even titled my stream, I was like, gotta get started on this game, and I beat it in the single stream.
3 of us beat it in a single stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Kenny
Yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Keezus, you did. I watched most of your stream, and Kenny, I don't think.
Besides for it crashing at the end, but I still technically beat it in a single stream.
Yeah,
I beat it under the
That
average
counts.
as far as how long the beat goes. So
Wow.
wasn't expecting that. Feeling accomplished.
Yeah. It's a quick game. I think I finished in like 2 hours and 50 minutes or something. I had a little bit of assistance if I was just running in circles, Russ, you were in my stream helping, like confirming that I needed to go the way that I was going, or confirming that I shouldn't go the way that I was going, which helped probably shave off another like 15-20 minutes. So it's about a 3-hour game. Anyone else? Who else? Anyone not like it?
I was okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Indifferent.
Same for me.
Yeah.
I can say I actually haven't played it in a while. I didn't play it for the book club, but I did play it way back when, and I watched a lot of streams and stuff of it. But I will say it's can be mechanically pretty frustrating at times.
Yeah. That's one of my biggest frustrations was you just be running straight, and then it just where it looks like the perspective is weird. So sometimes it looks like you're going to run in front of a wall, and then you slam into the wall, and you're like, wait, I was in front of the wall, and then you get tied up, especially on the like when you're getting chased or something. Like that is extremely frustrating.
When you're trying to grab something, sometimes they're like you're either too forward or too back.
Yeah. There was one part where it was like, okay, I need to grab this above me, and it took like a full minute to realize that I was like 5 feet in front of where I was actually supposed to jump, and so stuff like that gets a little annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Those chase sequences were annoying because you try to grab onto a ledge and then realize that you're a little slightly off from grabbing a ledge. Yeah, that was frustrating.
I remember
I
watching
fell off that piano twice.
No,
Yeah.
I had to do that part over a couple times.
I
There's
remember
also
watching
like 2 parts. Go ahead, Skriller.
Oh, I was just gonna say I remember watching Ty's stream and watching him try to do this jump, and I just watched him go.
Yeah, just
Like right before it.
completely miss it. Yeah, that happened a lot. Which I don't know. Like I feel like there could have been a little bit more lenience with that, but I don't know. It was a minor gripe overall because it's not like you had to redo a ton of stuff over and over again. And I liked
That's like all of 2.5D though. It reminded me of Crash Bandicoot because it also has that little bit of a depth thing to it where you can move back and you can move forward and fall off the edge a bit.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I feel like that's just the nature of a 2.5D game.
Yeah.
Yeah, having that forward and backwards, but at that kind of angle where, especially because you don't have the point, like part of the 3D is you have the knowledge of, oh, this was what I was going to say. Because you're tiny in a big world, you don't have that like reference of known objects. That also helps with your like three-dimensional like depth perception is like objects that you know the size of can help you determine where in relation to like space they are. And because you're tiny in a big world, that's all thrown off, which I think is a big issue with like not being able to see where on the plane that you are if you're trying to jump or grab something, which is, I don't know. That was something that I found a little bit frustrating, but I liked how creepy it was. I liked that it was like it started out pretty innocent and then started getting increasingly like weird and creepy and darker and everything, and then it just like kind of started snowballing. So I liked that.
Yeah. I play a lot of platforming games where like you die over and over and over. Like I just played Celeste and Cuphead and all those. So there were a lot of frustrating parts, but I just like kind of went past them. But I really loved like the creepy aesthetics. I loved how dark it got. I loved how cool the creatures looked. Like they came like they look like they came from like a horror movie. Or one of like those creepy like movies. They're just like really well done. And I actually like love the chases. Like they were kind of frustrating when you missed the jump and you had to do all over again. But like just like this like seeing them chase you, it's really cool.
Yeah. It was
there's like
yeah. Go ahead.
There's like one scene that just like reminded me so much like Attack on Titan. Like they're just all trying to get you. But I loved it. I love the visual so much.
It was genuinely scary at the end. Like I was screaming and yelping at some point.
Running for your life.
Yeah. Quite literally.
I found the game
go ahead.
more unsettling than scary. I think I had like 2 jump scares.
Yeah.
But other than that, I just felt unsettled by everything. It wasn't like too scary for me.
For sure. It was definitely creepy.
There's like the guy with like the really long arms, and like there's like times when you think you've kind of gotten past, but you don't know when the arms might be coming. So it's just like gotta go.
Yeah, no, for sure. And what was I gonna say? Oh, the kitchen chef guys, they're definitely wearing skin. Over their faces.
Is that what that was?
Because when you turn, you see it like, and you see stuff underneath, and so it's like very like Leatherface-esque.
I thought we didn't talk about that. I thought that was like a
was that not
don't bring it up.
No,
I don't think that's important for anything.
But yeah,
you know how people feel about wearing skin over your skin.
Huh?
Is that like are we
people feel weird about wearing skin over your skin?
Yeah.
Who's wearing skin over their skin?
The people in the kitchen.
Oh.
No.
I don't know if they felt weird about it.
No. Yeah, they seem to enjoy it. But yeah, just all the raw meat and stuff. Like, it was definitely intentionally like wanting to be unnerving and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed the whole vibe of it. Like, I know it's creepy and weird, but I liked the feel of it, and like especially when you would like accomplish something and then you would be. I liked the scenes where you were running like up a ramp and the camera would zoom way out and you saw like more of the like atmosphere of the game, and like I feel like they timed those scenes like really well. Whereas like you accomplish something and then like they kind of reward you with this like euphoric, like you just push right and run up and see, like it's like a really beautiful game, and I liked how they timed those types of things. And so, what was everyone's least favorite part of the game, whether it's like a specific section or a mechanic or anything? I know we talked about, like, aside from like just jumping off cliffs accidentally and everything, was there a part or something that we didn't cover that you didn't like?
Well, the one part that I saw you handle very well on your stream, but I probably spent like a good 15 minutes circling around the room for, was there's a section where the key is actually up on a like post on the wall.
Yes.
And the whole time I don't know if I just never saw it or what, but I was in that room for way too long, jumping on the bed, climbing up to the top shelves and like scaling across, and I was just like, what do I need to progress here?
Is that the key from the lock in the kitchen? You had to go upstairs or something, and then like across.
Yeah,
and then
you go
find it?
upstairs and then you go.
I saw that lock, and I was like, I need to look. Immediately I was like, I need to look for a key, and then I just kept. And was my number one focus, and so it could have been detrimental, but it ended up working out.
I got lost in the kitchen too. I also had to look up like a walkthrough because I didn't notice that when you hit the switch, the things started going to the right, and that you're supposed to like grab onto them.
Yeah, I think Rush, you might have helped me with that part.
Yeah,
you had to like climb up. Yeah,
I got confused with that. I had to look it up because I didn't know there was a switch there. I kept going into the room and I couldn't see it until they said, oh, you have to go. I looked up the walkthrough and it said, go in here and there's a switch. I was like, there's a switch there? I couldn't even see it.
Keezus, during his playthrough, I didn't know you could throw things at like switches and stuff, and the whole time he's like picking up, like he picked up the clapping monkey and threw it at a switch, and I'm running up against the wall, jumping up and grabbing it. And I'm like,
if it works, it works. No, I remember when I was playing my whole stream, like I was just trying to convince people to grab the toilet paper, and then the toilet paper was the OP item in the game.
No,
this is the funnest part.
Every stream I watched, everyone was so pissed off that they couldn't grab the plunger sitting in the middle of the room. I was like, I did it. I was like, why did they put this plunger right in the middle, front and center on the camera, and you run up to it and you can't interact with it at all? I was like, that was just like felt like a little trolling move. Like
I was laughing because Keezus kept throwing something at the button at the TV, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure you could just like turn on, like go up to it and turn it on. Like you can push it yourself.
I think I ended up throwing something at the button on the TV. That's the part where I got stuck because I went and
complete speedrun strats. Let me tell you.
And yeah. So anyone else with their like the parts that they didn't like?
Mine is really stupid. So like right at the very beginning of the game, when you fall through the floor and it's super dark and there's like all those weird ink things or whatever chasing you. Yeah, I died like 12 times in there because the first time I went all the way to the right, and apparently I didn't push the door open, but I was all the way over there. So then I went all the way back to the other way, and I couldn't figure out what to do until I went to the right again after dying like 12 times.
Yeah.
Was that the part where you fall down and like there's a bunch of shoes and there's a suitcase you gotta hop on? Or is that
no, this is the immediate beginning of the game.
Yeah,
there's like
right
slugs falling from the ceiling or whatever.
The slugs. Oh, those sucked.
Yeah,
I got stuck. The only part I got stuck at was in the very beginning. There's like a fridge and you have to open it. And I didn't know that for a while. I kept going back and forth. Then you had to open it and climb up.
Yeah.
I think was like the only like not that
you
easy
know what I saw
out.
your stream on that part coincidentally, and I was like, oh well, I know. And so that also helped me fly through that part, but I didn't watch anything. Yeah, what were you saying, Liz?
Sometimes it's hard to know what you could interact with or not.
Yeah.
I remember that it wasn't very clear. There's some hidden stuff that you have to get used to, but I feel like by the time you get like halfway through, they kind of like mellow out, and then it becomes more just like once you pass the kitchen area, I feel like it's just kind of like free sailing from there. Like it's
the last two sections were so fast.
yeah, you just sprint through them, but they're like probably some of the most like visually impressive sections too.
Yeah, they were my favorites. Yeah, I feel like the first half of the game was more sneaking, and puzzly, but the second half was like all just like chasing.
Yeah, and like I liked so I didn't like the kitchen chase scenes, but I liked the scene like the end where everyone was like coming out of the doors and everything, and you had to run and jump on ledges, and you like grab onto like a hook or something, and then it like takes you away, and everyone like tumbles off.
The Attack on Titan scene.
Yeah, is that the scene? I've only watched like the first like 2 or 3 episodes of that, and I haven't read I have the manga, but I haven't read it. All right, so moving on. Does anyone have any other? I know we kind of shifted that into favorite parts, but does anyone have any other?
I don't really have like a least favorite part.
Okay,
honestly,
yeah.
There was. I did have.
The game was. Go ahead, Russ.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I thought the level design was definitely very intuitive, at least for me. Like this kind of game is my jam. Like I could figure out the visual cues, like that the designers were putting in there that you need to focus on to move on to the next area.
Yeah,
I didn't look up
agree.
any guides or anything, so
yeah, Russ was my guide. What were you saying, Russ?
There was only one part that I really didn't like. It was towards the end where you had to like walk along like I don't know if it was a pipe or like a ventilation shaft or something, but I think I fell off like 6 times because you can't tell like when you're walking left and right how far back you can go, and I always just like ended up I held the joystick to the left, like I was definitely going left, but I'd still like fall off multiple times. I think that part took me like 10 tries.
Yeah, there were I had assistance, but there was a few parts where I had to do a handful of times that was kind of frustrating. What about everyone's favorite parts? Like I know I said that I really liked the whole ending with the like mirror and that whole thing. I feel like that was all really well done and intuitive, and like I love the atmosphere of that, how it went into that. I felt like it was different, way different from the rest of the game. Like it suddenly turned like more like Japanese and like and everything, and like I was like, oh, I kind of wish the whole game was styled like this. Like I wish this was like 2 different games, like one like that, like the first 3 quarters of the game, and then one like that last quarter of the game. But I really enjoyed the that last quarter of the game with that whole atmosphere and the mechanics and everything. I don't know. And also like you get all spoiler, you like how powerful you become and start going ham on everyone and stuff like that. But what about anyone else? What were your favorite parts?
The Attack on Titan part was my favorite part. Like that whole chase scene was really cool to me, and I honestly laughed at the end when one of them falls off. I don't know why that struck me as funny.
It's very satisfying.
It really was. That whole scene was fun, and it was honestly satisfying to be chased there. Like it felt good, like a fun like auto runner type thing. Like, I know you're not auto running, but that's what it felt like. Was like all the jumps and stuff were so well timed. It just felt like really satisfying to actually get to the end of that one.
Yeah, I agree. And then that's one of those scenes where you grab on and then it like does the slow pan out as you like coast off. Like it was very like rewarding after you get that, which I think it works well. Who else?
Yeah, I like the whole guest area. Even like the part before the whole Attack on Titan scene, just like them trying to go past like all those gross guests that are just eating food.
Yeah,
grabbing at you.
Yeah.
Did anyone get Wall-E vibes from that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this feels like Wall-E, like in like a really dark, demented way of it. Yeah, the gluttony. Yeah.
Yeah.
The guest scene leading up to the end, like I loved those sections. I kind of wish they were just a little bit longer than they were, because it felt like the game really was like, all right, act 1 it's medium length, act 2 it's long, act 3 4 like, oh, they were just like, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, for sure.
I wanted more.
It's funny because I like those 3 and 4 I kind of grouped together because they were so short, and even together I feel like they're less than the other 2, like individually, which those are my favorite parts.
I will say.
Go ahead.
Okay, I will say I really liked the visuals. They are very, to me, they remind me a lot of like a Tim Burton film, or just kind of, they have that like stop motion look to them, and I really, really, really like that. And I think it's something that's incredibly hard to do, to like translate into games effectively. Like some similar ones would be like, I guess Psychonauts kind of has that kind of stop motion look to it, but there's not a whole lot that look like it. And I also think the game captures, like in its scariness and stuff, it's not the traditional like boo, there's a big monster jumping out at you always. It's kind of that like impending doom where it's like, oh no, is it gonna see me? Oh no, am I gonna be too loud? Oh no, is it gonna see me? And I think like it goes perfectly because you're playing as a small like kid character, and the world is huge, and it's kind of like the perspective of how you see the world as a kid, how everything looks super, super huge. And so I think that adds to like the scary nature to it. And then you kind of, again, like a kid, you don't really know what's going on, and you just kind of have to guess and figure out what's going on from there.
Yeah, for sure. I forgot I was going to play my stream so that people watching could kind of get a glimpse of what we were talking about, and I just remembered, so I'm playing it while we're talking now.
Did you try to see if you could grab onto his shoe?
I was trying to see. I was curious what his deal was. I wanted to know more about him. And so, I was exploring hard. This was when I just discovered that you could throw items, because this was the first part I got stuck in.
Oh, you got the toilet paper, yes.
The toilet paper.
I didn't. There was no what is like? No one told me to grab the toilet paper. I just ran over and grabbed the toilet paper.
As you should. It's the best item in the game.
It was necessary.
I remember strictly there was an item on the ground that the game wanted me to grab, but I ran back and grabbed the toilet paper and was like, everyone, this is what you're supposed to use.
This is it. This is it.
If 2020 has taught us anything, it's always grab the toilet paper.
See?
Absolutely.
This game is more meta than Facebook.
Oh, here's the fridge part. Spoiler alert.
I see what you did there.
So yeah, now I'm like reliving this whole experience.
My favorite part is probably like everybody else's maybe least favorite part, but my favorite part was near the end when you get to go outside of the boat for the first time, and it just does like this massive zoom out, and you can see the other boat with all the guys coming across.
Yeah, I love that part too. That was like the transition into that like third act or whatever. Yeah. I loved that. That was probably one of the most visually like striking parts of the game for sure. Oh, I'm on the slug part on the video. All right, what time is it? I don't want to go too late. All right, we still have time. What does everyone give this game? I know it's kind of tough because it's a cheap short game, which I had made a whole video about how I like cheap short games. And I feel like I get more value out of that. I'd rather play 3 hours of a very inexpensive game. Like if I pay $10 or $15 and play it for 3 to 8 hours, I feel like that's more satisfying to me than paying $60 or $70 for a game and then having to feel like I need to put in 20 to 30 hours into a game. So that said, let's go around and talk about like our overall ratings before we get into next month's book club game? I'm gonna start with you, Russ. What?
So I really liked it. I liked the aesthetics of it. And like it was brought up, the Tim Burton vibe from it. I thought the characters were really cool, but the controls were like kind of frustrating to me. I was always hitting walls, or like when I'm being chased, I'd like hit the corner of a door and then be stuck. Also, all the falling off. I think I would give this game like a 7, maybe 7.5 out of 10.
For sure.
I liked it. I liked that it was short. Like when I was doing the first 2 parts, I was kind of like, all right, I kind of want this over with. But then by the time I got to the 3rd and 4th part, I really started to like it. I don't know if it was the pacing or like the actual story part of it and those last 2 parts that I liked more. But the first 2 parts, I was just like, I don't know if I was just not in the mood or what, but yeah.
For sure. Chris, what about you?
So I think everybody here probably knows that I don't really enjoy horror games. I wouldn't really say this is a horror game. It's definitely got, like Luke was saying, that creepy aesthetic, impending doom kind of thing. Like, when you're walking along and then you see, giant arms reach out for you and your hair stands up on the back of your neck, that kind of stuff. It's okay. So I thought they did a really good job, other than like what Russ was saying. The controls can be wonky at times, and it might just be the perspective that they're using. But I'm gonna give this game a "don't eat your friends" out of 10.
Yeah, that was. I was
It's a
sad.
good rating and good advice.
I was sad. Oh yeah, we didn't even touch on the little lawn gnome people that run around.
I didn't know
The
you were supposed to
one-
catch those until later. Like,
Yeah, me neither.
maybe
Mhm.
2
Wait,
hours
what?
in.
Wait, you're supposed
You
to
catch-
catch
It's an
Can you catch
achievement
them?
to catch them, but
Those
they're
things that
kind
are
of hard.
running?
They're kind of hard to catch.
Catch them how?
You have to run and
Grab
grab them.
You grab them.
You just grab them?
Yeah.
I don't
I
grab.
feel like I missed a lot of opportunities there.
yeah.
Oh, you're supposed to grab those. You're
I-
supposed to light the lanterns.
Yeah,
I
like-
didn't know like all this.
Did that.
Yeah, the
I thought
lantern
it's 'cause
lighting,
it's safe.
that's the save point, right? Is that what we
Yeah.
determined?
It's kind
Like
of
a
not
bird.
though.
I think there's
I don't know.
collectibles.
Yeah, I think it's just collectibles.
I was lighting all of them, and that's where I'd spawn back at. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just
Hmm.
maybe you spawn there regardless of whether you lit them. I don't know. I never tested the theory. I think Rushy told me that they were save points, so I just lit everything I saw.
Isn't there one that you kill too? Like right at the end. Like you
Yeah,
fight
that
it,
was the sad.
right?
That was the sad part.
Mhm.
Spoiler.
It's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot. It's funny. I forgot about several parts of this game. I like all the the platforming and stuff. Like it was entertaining. I like how you have a little lighter that you can light and walk around
Mhm.
with. I don't know. Jesus, what about you?
So those that watch my stream know the many leaps and bounds of emotions I went through playing this game. Just because the controls alone, atmosphere wise, I was like, fantastic atmosphere, whatever. World building's amazing, but just the controls alone, I was raging. And I was talking to Liz, and I was like, you know what? I can forgive the controls if this is like a 2007 game. Look it up, and it's like a 2017 game. I'm like, why are the controls like this then? There's absolutely no reason for the controls to be like this. And then there were a few parts where I saw Sally got some glitches. I got a glitch where literally there was a cage you have to jump on top of. That was like turned on the side. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I absolutely can't do anything at this point.
It was a
So then I had to like restart it and then jump on it. But all that aside, 7 out of 10.
So I really wanted Keezus to love the game since I loved it so much. And when he was playing, he just kept on saying, I hate this game. Like, he was just getting so frustrated. And I'm like, well, if you don't like it, stop playing it. I was like,
It does have its frustrating moments for sure. And I remember right before I got to the that bridge crossing scene, I was like, I'm done. I want this game to end. I almost stopped my stream at that point, and then that happened, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep going. And then that was my favorite. From that point on to the end of the game was my favorite part of the whole game, and that's why I ended up I kept going. And so I remember having that same frustration, especially in the middle, that middle section of the game was really trying. But I mean, it's such a short game. It's not like this is a 30-hour game, and in that section took 10 hours. It was like maybe an hour of the game or less. So it's, yeah, I don't know. Kenny, thoughts?
I'm gonna have to agree with the general consensus so far. Don't eat your friends. 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed the fact that it was shorter. The shorter aspect was something that just, I don't know, it was nice to be able to sit down and play something and then be able to like actually finish it in one sitting without it feeling like it was too much. But I do agree that like the first 2 parts definitely felt like they drug on for a while, whereas the last part where it was just like really fun and well, fun and again, beautiful. It was it resolve things nicely. The reason I still would knock a few points off though and make it a 7 is story is really important to me, and when a story isn't like fully told in the initial telling, I have to feel like it needs to, yeah, they should have given me just a little more. I felt like just to understand fully what was, everything was just like general cues and such. So yeah, overall though, from like gameplay and such, I had a really good time. Like the part that you're running through right now was actually one of those areas where I was like, oh, this is really unique and fun. Like you can knock that train over if you run into it, right? But yeah, it was at least worth a 7.
All right, for sure. I think the 7's been the 7 to 7.5 has been the consensus. What about you, Liz?
Agree with Russ and Plains about how like the first 2 sections actually did kind of drag on a little too long. So even though you guys kind of wish the second half of the game, the 3rd and 4th sections were a little bit longer, I feel like because they were a lot quicker, they kind of balanced the pacing. And I feel like the game length was just right, but I really enjoyed the game. I really liked the whole atmosphere and stuff. So I would give it an 8. Like it's a very unique style. I loved it.
For sure. Luke.
I might be an outlier here. I'm actually going to give it a straight 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed this game. I like the art direction, and I don't mind that there's like really no story. And it's just unique, like Skriller said, like the art style has that kind of feel of clay motion or something like that, or stop motion kind of thing. But I don't know. It's just, it wasn't that hard for me. It was very casual. I liked the experience. I liked that it wasn't too jump scary, very creepy, and the ending was awesome. I like the revenge ending that this little kid is getting, with all these like adults wronging the kid or eating him or trying to kill him, that kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure. Luke, can I say that I appreciate your very laid back like your full character throughout the podcast so far, and I appreciate that.
This game kind of fits the character, I guess, too.
Yeah. For sure. Max, welcome back to the podcast.
What can I say? What an amazing game.
We've missed you. What are your thoughts on what we've talked about the game of the book game, the video game book club of this month?
The art style looks pretty cool. I actually really want to play it because of the art style. Although it sounds like it's not going to be exactly what I thought the game was going to be, judging what you guys have been saying. So I don't know. I'll eventually play it one day.
All right. Play it next. Literally spend 3 hours and play it for a week. Like, and then we'll get you back next week, and I'll give you 1 minute to give your synopsis, and we'll
sounds good.
I will. I
it's a
will
fun
definitely
playthrough.
say for the price it is, play it.
Worth it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a cheap game. It's fast. It's fun. The replayability probably isn't there, but there's a bunch of DLC. I didn't buy the DLC. A bunch of people, I think the Switch
I did
version
too.
comes with it, and there's a version on the PC that comes with it. I think I bought the base one because it was like I think I bought it for like $3 or something, and I was like, oh, "This is what I'm playing."
Is there a collection one on Switch where it comes with 1 and 2?
No,
No.
Okay.
Not physically, no.
But yeah, um but yeah, the Switch version comes with all the DLC. There's like a second story that continues that I didn't play through. Has anyone played through that? Like
I started it
yeah, they're the
because
kid.
I thought it was part of it. So I was asking you guys if it was
And
part
we
of
were,
the
we were
game.
all like, nope.
I didn't know
Because
there was DLC. So
right at the end it says play through the kid's story. So I said, okay. It didn't ask me to go back to the beginning or anything. It said play through the kid's story.
Yeah, I didn't get that because I think I just bought the base game.
Yeah.
And I played on
I
PC.
haven't played the DLC, but I'm playing through 2.
How do you
And
how do you like it?
the gameplay is similar. I think as far as like the frustrating controls, it's still a little bit there. I'm kind of stuck in a part right now, but it's just like more of the really cool like looking at environments and stuff. So I feel like it's just a continuation of the first one.
Sure.
But the I don't know if it's like a spoiler, but the character from the first one comes back and like she's like your buddy and you can run around with her and she helps you do things. So it's like you're playing a little co-op game.
Nice. Skriller, what about you?
I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I usually, when it comes to like in my mind ranking games, if games tend to be very unique and very kind of out there and they set themselves apart from a lot of other games in the genre, I usually would like to rank it higher. So I'll rate it a 9 out of 10 just for its visuals, sound design, and the like subtlety of it. And I think it's very clever, very creative. I also, like you, I like short games. I like stuff I can breeze through on a weekend. I think RPGs and stuff can be fun, but it's always nice to like take a break from those like 20 to 40 hour games and just play through something small and quick just to kind of tick it off your list.
Did you ever beat Dragon Quest 11?
I'm somewhere in maybe the middle of it. I don't know.
50 hours, 80 hours.
I don't even know how many hours I've
Yeah,
spent. I think I'm close to
that's-
the middle.
Oh, yeah, that's rough. I can't do that. So I would give it a 8.5 out of 10. I really liked this game. I wish this is a game where I was like, okay, I wish it was like 6 hours instead of 3 hours, and they expanded that end part and then expanded the beginning a little bit and kept the middle the same. Because I kind of wish I would have been able to stop and then do the same thing one more time, and that was the completion of the game. But it's so cheap, you can't fault it for being a short game because I love short games regardless. And so the visual style, the whole story, and everything, like I know the story is very obscure and everything, and I like the mystery of it. Like I enjoy stories that don't give you everything. We have some typing going loud in my ears right now. Just a heads up.
I'm sorry, I thought I muted it.
No, it's okay. The we have chat going going right now. If you're listening to audio, yeah, I would give it a solid 8.5, like a high end 8.5 out of 10, because I really enjoyed this game, and I think about it. That's the one thing I think about this game a lot, more so than some other games that I've played recently, and that it sticks with me because of some of the mechanics and the vibe and the the atmosphere. So final thoughts before we spin the wheel for next month's game.
I wanted to show you guys. I picked up the graphic novel for
Ooh.
Little Nightmares.
I didn't know there was one.
Oh, did that just come out?
I don't know. It's actually a couple years old.
Oh, really?
I saw it on Amazon. It's because I saw on Instagram. I'm sorry, the kids are like being loud. Their cousins over.
Aw.
But I saw on Instagram that there's like a Little Nightmares 2 collector's edition, and it had like this really cool art book and like figure and stuff. But the collector's edition is now like $200. It's hard to get.
Oh, wow.
But I checked on Amazon and I found this instead, and I was like, oh, it's so cool, man.
I need to get that.
That's rad.
Yeah.
Especially if
There's
you like
like a
the art
couple-
style, yeah.
There's a couple of like art pages too, like by different artists, like thrown in.
That's
But
awesome.
it's like a tie-in story with the same characters. So there is like a little world to Little Nightmares. Like,
That's
A
awesome.
little bit of lore.
Yeah. for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
And for anybody that's now been piqued with interest based on our conversation, the game is actually on sale on Steam right now. You can get the complete edition for $6. So
Yeah, see?
There you go.
Definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it.
And the complete edition
That's like-
has all that DLC. I think they trickled out the DLC. It was a bunch of little mini stories, and then they bundled it all together. And that's the version that's on the Switch, and that's the complete edition. I think they were like every couple of months they were putting out a new little segment. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. It was kind of hard to find information about this game when I was like when Sally, when you were asking about the kid story, I was like, what is the kid story? And I couldn't find anything about it, but it seems like that's what like the first part of the DLC is of the complete edition. So all right, what time is it? Oh, it's 10. Perfect. So let's do our any final like speak now or forever hold your peace characters of the realm.
I actually didn't know that the character he plays is a little girl. I kept
I
calling the character Timmy.
I assumed it was female, and I heard everyone say like using male pronouns, and I was like, oh, maybe I didn't know something about it or him.
Timmy.
Well,
Timmy.
Sally hopped on my stream and was like, that looks like the character from It, the little kid that dies.
Oh yeah.
And he's wearing the yellow raincoat, so I kept calling
Aw.
him Timmy. Or It.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
But is it confirmed?
It's a girl.
Okay.
Her name's Six.
Oh yeah. I did look that up. I forgot. Timmy.
now that you mentioned it, I knew that too.
Well, I actually saw
Timmy
that when I
Six.
was looking up the DLC. That's where I saw it. Okay, so are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Ready for video game book club number
Ready,
5?
ready for my
Is
30-hour
it 5?
game.
Number 5?
Let's go.
Number
Doki
5?
doki.
Okie dokie.
I'm excited for any of these games.
Just fair warning, if you listen to or watch the last episode, Luke, you submitted Final Fantasy 9, and
Yes.
we made you reached out to me and it's like initially
I
thought
need
it
a
was
shorter one.
it was like a 20 to 25 hour game, which was long, but then you're like, actually it's like more like a 40 to 50 hour game, which is tough to finish in a month. And so so we pivoted to what was it, Chrono Trigger?
Mhm.
Chrono Trigger. And so that Final Fantasy 9 is out. Chrono Trigger is
wow. No
because-
take back,
Sorry.
please.
in. So
I'm sorry.
I put in. Liz, did you vote? I put out a vote on the Discord inside our private channel.
Oh, no, I
and
didn't see it.
and Chrono Trigger dominated the Max. I swear, if Spider-Man Web of Shadows gets picked, it is the end of this podcast. We are never doing another episode again.
Oh no, you heard it here first, folks.
All right.
You're setting yourself up for it to be Spider-Man Web
I
of
know, and
Shadows.
I'm really upset about it now. Okay, so here we go. We got the wheel. I'm still contemplating whether we just vote on the game so that we don't end up in a Spider-Man Web of Shadows situation. But I'll go over the picks for next month.
Hey Ty.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I went through and looked on how long to beat for all these games. There are 2 games over 20 hours. There are 7 games over 10 hours, and there's 4 games that are under 10 hours.
Oh well, thank you. What do you, as I go through them? Do you have the list?
Put them in. They're in the TYCAST book club chat.
Oh. Where?
The top one. I just
perfect.
put it in there.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
That helps. Okay, so, wow, nice. Thanks for that. Okay, so the first nomination was Bayonetta 2 by Official No Friendo, which is time to beat 9 hours.
Mhm.
BioShock, Cryo Weasel, and Keezus. So that gets two spots, and that is 12 hours. Catherine or Catherine Full Body by Liz, that is 12 hours. Chrono Trigger. Oh, I will hold up. Oh man, we changed the order. Doki Doki Literature Club, which is my pick, is 4 hours. Nice. Donkey Kong Country 2, Meander. There was a battle in the Discord about Donkey Kong Country 2 getting nominated.
If that gets picked, I'm just gonna play Tropical Freeze.
I actually, just to discuss this real quick. I actually really enjoyed playing through the original, like the first Donkey Kong Country, more so than Super Metroid. So I'm not opposed to Donkey Kong Country 2 because, especially with save states, without save states, that would have been garbage. Yeah, I would not do that. But anyway, so that is 5 hours, which sounds right. Dying Light by Beach Pizza Gaming. Oh, that was Meander. Dying Light by Beach Pizza Gaming is 17 hours. That's a long one. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time by Sally is 25 hours. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is 14 hours by Kenny. Spider-Man Web of Shadows by Matt
Let's go.
10 hours. At least it's only 10 hours. 10 hours? 10 hours of Web of Shadows. All right. Super Meat Boy by Nettie, trying to make us all miserable. 10 hours. To the Moon, Chris, 4 hours. I like that. And then Uncharted 4, 15 hours, which was Brittany Skriller Wolf's pick. So those are
Chrono
all.
Trigger.
Chrono Trigger is 23 hours. So we went from 40 to 50 hours down to 23 hours. Thank you, Luke.
No problem.
Are we? I'm kind of nervous. Are we ready to spin it?
After hearing all that, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What are we gonna be playing through the month of?
I will say
Super Meat Boy.
I seem to like all these games, or will like all
So do
these
I.
games.
I think
I'd like to think I'd like all these games.
It's a diverse pick. Also, I did back hair on my costume that you probably can't see. I just forgot about it. Here, hold on. Before I spin this wheel, there's my back hair.
Do a hair flip.
Yeah, I need a Ken Wye hair flip.
I can't even hair flip. What do you mean?
Or whatever your hair check. Hair check. Yeah, hair check.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm stalling enough. Let's do it. Are you guys ready?
I'm scared. I'm so scared.
3, 2, 1. Wait.
Do it.
Go.
The delay. Gosh.
Oh, Beach Pizza Gaming with Dying Light.
Well,
Which is a 17-hour game. So you have to average, like 38 minutes per day of playing this game for the next 30 days?
My
To
heart
beat
nearly
it.
stopped because I thought you were going to say 70.
That's a zombie game, right?
It is a zombie game.
Yeah.
So, here, actually, he said that it was probably the best game of the 360 PS3 era that no one ever played. That
Hidden gem.
was his explanation for nominating Dying Light, and also Dying Light 2 is coming out very soon. So it is timely, which
I will say for
appreciate.
those with motion sickness, I do not recommend.
Don't
Do
say
you have
that,
motion
don't say
sickness?
that.
It's kind of like a Mirror's Edge where it's like first person
Oh.
parkour.
Oh yeah, there is a lot of running and jumping.
I mean, that's exactly what the game is: running and jumping with zombies.
Dude, it has online co-op. Who wants to do co-op with me?
Yeah, I'll co-op.
There you go. It is on sale on Steam right now as well.
Sorry.
Is there online co-op?
I misspoke. Sorry, Aaron. He said it's the best unplayed game of the PS4, Xbox One era. It's not PS3, Xbox or 360. It's Xbox One, PS4. I think it's very cheap. There's Switch. Did that version come out yet?
Yeah, it just came out last week.
Yeah.
So you got Switch, PS4, Xbox One. I think it's pretty cheap. Yeah.
Is there online co-op?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is. Yeah,
Online
nice.
co-op.
It's currently on sale on Steam for $15, or the Platinum Edition's $25.
I'm assuming that comes with DLC.
Yeah.
Is
Yep.
it
Even
cross
the-
play online co-op? Sorry, I'm riddling you guys with.
Steam doesn't necessarily say, but
I don't think so.
Dying Light
No, it's not.
crossplay, not.
Because it's in that era of games that didn't really consider
Yeah.
cross-platform.
mhm.
I think it's just like online.
It's pretty early PS4. It was like 2014, 2013.
Yeah, it's can Dying Light crossplay with Xbox and PC? Don't think so. Darn it. So I think that's a no. But we got a lot of ways to play it. So PC, Xbox, PS4,
2015.
or PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series SX. Yeah. All right. Well, Dying Light. We got a zombie game. We got Dying Light 2 coming out in a couple months. We can play it on Switch. So 2015 is when it was released. Thank you for the nomination, Aaron. Hope your trunk or treat was excellent tonight in your Yoshi costume. we had a panelist in Yoshi costume, not on the panel. On PS4.
He's got to wear it next week.
Yeah, Aaron. Next week, you have to be in costume solo, and I'm just gonna put you in the whole frame for beginning. Okay, so yeah, you can co-op online. I will probably do this co-op. I'll stream it. That is, I think it. I need to check my emails.
One day, Spider-Man Web of Shadows will win. One day.
One day I will.
One day.
One day I will veto Spider-Man Web of Shadows winning. We have a comment from Marcus. Hello everyone, great cosplays. Hope everyone is well. My friend wants me to play Little Nightmares 2. Then again, he wants me to play a lot of things. As always, happy gaming. Thank you, Marcus, for the comment. Let me see if that was the only one. All right, we are going to wrap it here. We got a good time for this game, or not for this game, for this episode. We're gonna outro and then we'll raid out. So stick around and see. Thank you, Nettie, for reminding me to raid. We are gonna raid out after the outro. It's about a minute of the outro, and then we'll raid out. Thank you all. Be sure, if you're listening, watching live, watching after the fact, to follow, subscribe to everyone on the panel. We have so much fun doing this. Thank you guys for getting into character. You guys are all awesome. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for chatting and having fun. All right, we're out of here. One thing, no episode next week. I am on vacation, so no episode next week. We'll come back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, I will. Oh, I'm gonna see like half of you guys. Not half of you. I'm gonna see you, Skriller, you, Liz, Nettie in the chat. I think that's it. But I'm gonna be in California next week, so that's what we're gonna be doing. No episode. So,
congrats on the vacation.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a minute. So here we go. We're done. Happy Halloween. Stay safe. Have a good evening. Have a good week. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 I didn't say my thing. Didn't work. All right, bye.